Hey everyone, just want to share a quick little insight from my study at General Conference this morning. I was listening to Elder Garrett W. Gong's October 2024 General Conference talk about holiness of the Lord in everyday life. And when I hear the word holiness of the Lord, what I really think is consecrated to the Lord. Because when the early pioneers would put holiness of the Lord on all sorts of random things, everything from buildings to ox carts to temples to their homes, it was their way of saying this is consecrated to the Lord. The purpose of this is building his kingdom. And so when we talk about holiness of the Lord in our everyday lives, it's what are you doing today to build the kingdom? What are you doing today to more closely follow your Savior and to emulate him? What are you doing today to more exactly obey and follow his prophets? And what are you doing today to really get rid of the things that are holding you back? And so when I think of holiness of the Lord, it really pairs very well with President Nelson's talk from a few conferences ago about spiritual momentum. Because we are not fixed objects in space. We are either accelerating or decelerating. We either have spiritual momentum that is growing from our holiness of the Lord and our consecration in our everyday lives, or we are slowly developing entropy as we don't do the things we're supposed to do. If we're not reading our scriptures, if we're not saying our prayers, if we're not going to church, if we're not attending our core meetings, if we're not preparing for gospel doctrine, we are not developing holiness of the Lord in our everyday lives. We're not developing that spiritual momentum. And on the flip side, when we do those things, when we strive to follow the prophets, when we strive to follow and diligently become more like Christ, we are developing holiness of the Lord in our everyday life.